So I'm going to teach you on how I meditate, which is one of the easiest ways for me to meditate. Firstly, I take a blunt, but I go to not everyone smokes, not everyone takes herbs, which is so you can actually meditate without it. But me, I like it in the herb first. So the easiest and the best place to meditate is at the pool. And I like meditating at the pool because it's isolated. I hear the water sound, like the sound of the water in my ear, and I'm able to close my eyes and imagine myself in a whole different position. So let me walk you through on how you do it. I have here my floater for those who don't have to see. So I'm going to start from here. Chineke. Okay, so my teeth almost fall out. So I have it like this with me, and see where I'm standing, right? I'm going to walk like this. I get to the deepest part of the water. That's because I want my legs to be stretched. Now what I'm trying to do right now is to meditate. I want to be able to breathe in every single thing I want to achieve and then breathe it out into existence. So what I simply do is a very simple ritual. I keep my palm outside, just like this, and then I breathe in, right? While I am breathing in, I am imagining every single thing I want to achieve. And while I'm breathing out, I'm bringing them into existence. So let me show you how you do it. I'm going to be walking stretch into this one. Now, I am subconscious, like slowly, I can't feel my legs. I can't feel my legs now. I'm actually floating, right? Now, I stretch my two legs. That's kind of avatar style. Keep my hands. Then lock myself up. At this point in time, I close my eyes. I don't want to see reality. Like I would always tell you, go out of the matrix. I'm outside the matrix in the sense that I am on earth, but I'm not on earth. My whole mentality, everything is different. The only thing I'm constantly thinking of is what I want to achieve and how do I achieve that, right? So now I'm closing my hands, and while I am breathing in, I am constantly imagining myself right now. So today I'm going to share some of my imaginations with you. I will try to come closer. Okay, so now I'm closer to you right now. My two legs, this is the highest. I think this is like 8 feet. Yeah, okay. Now I'm breathing in. Now I can't really talk because I'll be breathing in, but since this is something I'm teaching you, I will tell you exactly what I'm thinking and how I position my thoughts. So this is a ritual that I learned. The first and the most important thing to do is to make sure you forget about your problems. It's very difficult. That is why I recommend the blunt, because it helps you take out the whole problem out of your head. Just make sure you don't do those crazy ones so you don't die from here. There's some voodoo and those Colorado and those crazy shits that could make you're inside there right now. I don't know. So just make sure you take normal herbs. But then if you don't take it, I don't recommend alcohol. I don't know, for whatever reasons, I'm not just good with alcohol. Alcohol has lots of gas, right? So whenever I take alcohol, I have no business with poo. There's so much gas in my stomach. There's so much gas in my lungs, constipation. I tried it once and it wasn't funny. So I don't take alcohol. A blunt is okay. Don't take it, like fine. Stretch my hand. Now what am I thinking of? I'm thinking of what I would want to achieve this year. So I sometimes tell people this mistake. We focus so much on the future most times that we do not focus on the steps to achieve that future. So right now I'm thinking of how do I make 5 billion before the year runs out. I could keep thinking of how to make 5 billion. I could imagine myself now. Okay, let me imagine myself now. 5 billion works, okay. No more commercial airlines, just private jets. Oh, the kids, they want to go on a vacation, private jets. Okay, my business is all over, everywhere on the stock market. Everybody's buying my shares. I'm being constantly called for interview. I can actually see myself right now on CNN, telling them how I started working my company and the future problems we're having in tech. And I'm talking to this guy in CNN. I don't even know who he is, but I can see myself in CNN right now. And it's really beautiful. These are the rituals I do. I imagine so many sweet things, and it is usually about my future. I can tell you, spend more time with yourself. Isolation, nobody there, and only me there on top of that. They think about my life. I don't need any distraction. Any big girls right now that I have to drag her G-string down. I don't need those shits. I don't need a bikini key. I don't need a big boobs that I have to put my lips once in a while in the tits. No. I don't need friends telling me about Chelsea and Arsenal. No, because I'm not going to see them 5 years from now. I'm not going to see them 10 years from now. In fact, they're only here at the moment. So it's more of me in my life all the time. So I've already started living a life where I know from my old age, like the way we have our grandparents, our parents, they village right now, only them they so nobody they worry them. They need even visit their friends. So that is just what it's going to be like for every one of us. And I've spoken to my grandparents, and while I was growing up, I was so close to most of my grandparents, my mom and my dad, parents, and I would always go to those my uncles, especially in Umaya. And one thing I really learned is most of those elderly people, their regrets, not what they do, now what they need to do, like the things they did not do, the skills they did not acquire, the experiences they did not achieve. So they end up getting regrets at their old age, and those regrets they have is usually because they did not do certain things, right? So this simply means they were living their life all through to please people, to have friends, and now they're old, and at the end of the whole day, like they wish they had done better. So me, I they like learn lessons from other people. They say wise man are who they learn from. People mistake, and I've spoken to elderly people. Everybody wish they had chased their career more, giving more to their family. So like you just said, I talked about my kids going abroad for vacation, right? And that's because that the kids are the most important thing to me. And spouse will come and go, they will feel divorce you, obviously, and all that. But your kids are your kids, and your life is your life. So I constantly stay here, and I try to imagine that good life. But that is not what I just do. Like I said, thinking about the end point, it's not just it. I think about the process. So I want to be on CNN, I want to be featured every single thing, I want to be worth at least $5 billion, right? And why I'm thinking of this, I'm asking myself, what product will I add? What product will I unveil? What issues can I solve? How do I get to make this happen? What do I do differently right now that will take me closer to the goals? And now, why I'm thinking of these things, my eyes are closed. Now, this is why I love isolation, right? It's the fact that your brain can now go through every single thing you've learned, which is why I keep telling you, read. It is what you know that will give you inspiration. Like, I come up with the best softwares, I come up with the best algorithm because I read books a lot. So each time I keep reading over and over and over again, I have so much knowledge, right? So each time I spend time on myself, my brain is now going through my archive. It's not going through every single thing I've learned. It's not trying to pick information. Why did people they smoke you body, they run mad, they say their head empty? Or did they smoke, did they misbehave, it's nothing in their head. Now, when you get high, or when you spend more time on yourself, you start reflecting the knowledge you have. So this simply means if your brain is empty, you start reflecting emptiness. So I've read before and I read often. If you don't know how to read, do audio books or just follow my channel because I will teach you so many things. And now you constantly try to use all the knowledge you have gotten, the experience you've gotten. Like I could tell myself right now, what do I want to achieve? So I just discovered there's a place in Abuja called Mpapi. Lands are very, very cheap there. There is no major estates there. The ones I'm seeing, people are having issues building because most of those people right now, they run the properties, they're rocky. It's in a mountain area, and amateur construction companies can handle that. I have some machines, I have connections with certain construction companies. I think those construction companies that have connections with, they can come to Mpapi to start looking for contracts for people they could build. But I could arbitrage the system. This thought is just entering my head. I could arbitrage the system in the sense that I could reach out to people who have landed property, maybe make an ad, reach out to everybody who wants to develop their property, and see how it goes. Then right up leverage or arbitrage the system. Well, that won't give me anything close to a billion, but I think it's close. What else will I do? How do I increase my already existing business? I mean, there's so many thoughts that keeps coming into my head, but the only way I figure out so much on how to achieve that is to isolate myself. Think about the steps you need to take. The steps are the most important thing. What do you need to do now that will be different? Now listen to the sound of the water. Forget about every other person. Just know that only you get this life. If you die today, nobody gonna enter your grave, or nobody gonna enter your coffin. If you dey prison tomorrow, say God forbid, the guys carry you happen. The day where you no support they arrest you, convict you for what you no do. Carry you go jail, nobody go follow you go prison. You dey on top sick bed, you wan die. You no go even give your kidney, their kidney, sorry. Nobody really fucking cares. They talk about every blessed day. Say this guy lives a life of he doesn't give a fuck about anybody. Yeah, that's true. Because no wealthy man, no billionaire I've seen, no very successful person I've seen gives a fuck about anybody. They only give a fuck about themselves. Improve. Ultimately they improve. Pleasers are the only people who are fucking poor all the time. please everybody. Father Christmas, jollof rice, ice cream man. I want everybody to be happy. You know, we don't really give a fuck about anybody. The only thing I care about is I want to make that success. I only have limited time. The funny and the most annoying thing about life is nobody lives out their life. Yeah, it's life. But nobody lives out their life, so we all end up dying. And you could actually die and leave the world as one pizza. People will gather, and rice will not be enough in your burial. Your children are all fucking broke. They didn't go to good schools. Or you could spend time with me on the pool like I do. Start planning on how my kids will go on a vacation in private jets. Give them the best. There's some companies for them. So whenever I die tomorrow, I'll be buried in a gold casket.